Well, hello and welcome to the Wilcom video short series for the digital edition of the Embroidery Studio software. Today we're going to talk about the Auto Start and End tool. The Auto Start and End tool inside the Wilcom Embroidery Studio digital edition of the software, we're going to navigate to your design drop menu. And as we scroll down, there is an Auto Start and End option here that we can click on to open this up inside the Embroidery Studio software. With this open, make sure that the Apply Auto Start and End is selected. You want to make sure also that the Maintain Automatically is selected. These are normal values here that we use for normal production. Inside this toolbar here also, we have the ability to go in and we can change points here for our designs as well. Generally, the dot's going to be here in the center. This just shows you that the Auto Start and End point here is in the center of the design. I can change this if I'm doing a design on a cap. I can choose to stitch this and start at 6 o'clock here from my menu also to run the design for a cap. You have these options here as well that you can go in and you can select any of these 9 locations where you want to start your design. If you want to choose a different method of where the start point and the exit point is on the machine and uncheck Maintain Automatic, this gives you the option to go in. You could either just return to the starting point by selecting here, or if you have a special design, maybe you're using a multi-decoration type design and you're stitching on top of print, you can select the digitized start and end point. You can do these wherever you click on the screen. As I click OK here, wherever I click on the screen here is where the start and exit point is going to be. So I can literally, I'm going to zoom in here, and if I'm going to start here at the bottom or here, I can just select a point here to start by left click, and you can see that it repositions the auto and start point here with this particular design. Going back to our auto start and end tool, right now you have the match ons. Everything here should stay just like it is on the screen. These are normal settings that we have here on the screen. If you need to go in, if the Maintain Automatically was not selected, and you go here, in order to lock this on the screen on future versions, when I want to go in and open up a new document, you can click Save here to save that. What you get here on your screen, this is operational effect auto designs based on the normal template, and you just choose OK, and that will lock the Maintain Automatically. The Maintain Automatically does this inside the software. It's set in the center, but what if I have additional items that I want to add to my design? If I right click and drag the outline, or just add an outline here and do a quick clone of the outline, I want you to watch what happens to the center point. This is before and this is after. So the Maintain Automatically allows you to go in, and if you adding items to a design or removing items from a design, the Auto Start and End point maintains a center position. And that's what that does inside the Wilcom software. You can also access the Auto Start and End by navigating. You have an icon here that says Auto Start and End. If I left click on this, if I right click on this, it's going to also bring up my auto start and end point, as you see here, with all my settings in order. If I wanted to open up a machine stitch data file, I can go to File, and I can choose Open. And here I'll go in and I'll just select the DST file, a stitch data file. As I select this, you want to keep in mind, if this is your first time doing this, if it's your first time opening up a DST file inside the Wilcom software, you want to make sure that you navigate down here to Options. You're going to select Options, and you want to make sure that in your Options display box here, you want to make sure that the Objects Outlines is selected. This will allow the software to be able to see the objects on the screen as outlines and not pure stitches. Very important. You only need to do this once, and you'll need to do it again if you reinstall the software. I'm going to click OK here. After choosing Options and after choosing Objects Outlines, now it's safe for me to open up this DST file. Once it's open, this is what I want my color object list to look like here. Again, this is based on the fact that I went in and made that small adjustment. Now the system remembers it. I can verify that this is a DST file by navigating up top here to your Information tab. Under Design Information here, it shows me that this is a grade C. So this is what I want, and this is what's accurate for a normal DST file that you bring into your software. And this is very important that this is a grade C. All of the same things still apply as far as the auto start and end tool. If I want to fast track to it, I can right click here. This is the auto start and end tool. If I right click on it, it's going to automatically pop up this on the screen here like this. Sometimes if, let's say that you had a design to come in, the auto start and end point was somewhere else. Let's say if I grab this and move this over here. So now the auto start and end point is off centered. It's not centered inside the design anymore. You can go in. If I choose to double click the auto start and end tool, this automatically moves the auto start and end point back to the center just by double clicking this icon here. Auto start in the center. Select the image, double click here. And sometimes it's just a single click, but as you go through this, you'll know that you'll be able to go in and automatically center that design here from the center of the page. I hope you learned something today. Have a great day. See you next time. And as always, happy digitizing.